It's still anybody's game. How your picks doing? All of mine? Still alive. Surprisingly enough. I think today could be my day. Am I pressing my luck? Absolutely. Good day, good people. It's another fine Friday. In the year of the Ascent Toon Link Dave. And who? Oh, it's me, United States Aviator. Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Hunger Games. And do you know what Wednesday was? It was March 10th, but if you stylized that right, it is MAR 10, and that 10 looks like a I and a O, and as Mario Day. Also was celebrating the Jumpman himself with a Hunger Games episode. Like, why not? We've had Pokemon episodes, we got some Mario. How do we celebrate Mario? We need some flamethrowers, we need the star, the Invincibility star, the magic wand with the star tip. You know, it just all works out perfectly. And so, we got some folks here who will help us celebrate the Mario-ness. We have Junko, Makoto, Afumu, who's probably just here for Bowsette. Freaking Sonic is here. Freaking Afumi. Toko and Sakura. Chiaki. It wouldn't be Mario Day without Chiaki. Kazuichi. Mahiru for her Mario red hair. Akane. Peko. Sonia. We can't have a Mario game without a princess representative, and that's Princess Sonia. Himiko. Kaito. Tsumugi, who's probably gonna make some super dapper cosplay. Tenko. Gonta. Karumi. Komaru. Jack. Masaru. Monica. Yuta. The Champ. Hiroko. The Great Gozu. Juzo. Munakata. Mitarai. Izioi. And Miss Maya. And I bet you're wondering, where's Chisa? Well, she's not here. But she could be. Chaos reigns. And has got a pretty good chance, but for right now, we're not worried about that. Tell me, which one of these characters do you think, besides Chiaki, would be the best at Mario games? You know, platformers. It's hit or miss, but you can't miss when it comes to Mario. And what's your favorite Mario game? Tell me that. I'm interested. I'll tell you mine. But make sure to leave them in the comments, along with your picks for first, second, and third, because they could be fantastic comments like this one, and like that one. And don't forget, 1 week from Sunday, actually this Sunday's, is this Sunday daylight savings time? Bet. You have a whole week to get rid of the new time if you don't do daylight savings time, because it's not great. Daylight savings time kind of sucks. But the OC's return a week from Sunday. Are you ready for it? I'm ready for it. The first one was a lot of fun. This next one will probably also be a lot of fun. The one after that, super duper fun. And then the one after that is going to be chaos at its finest. But will chaos reign in any of those episodes? We'll have to wait and see. You guys have made your comments. And as I was saying, will chaos reign in those episodes? We'll have to wait and see. We won't have to wait too much longer to see if they reign this time. Because as I open and switch it to the singles one, because there we go, not tag team. Whew, that's a chunk. That is a chunk if I've ever seen one. Screen recording in 3, 2. That's a whole lot of wheel. A whole lot of wheel. And we're gonna spin it. It's just a matter of, are we adding Chisa in today? It's a little bit less than half, but let me tell you, that's still a pretty good chance to hit. Will chaos reign in singles action for the second time this season? 2 times before it reigns in tag team action? Let's find out. It will not. Just barely. It's odd that we've had the wheel miss so often. I thought we'd have a ton more than this, but you know what? There's still a couple more. There's still a good handful of episodes to go. But for right now, we're still safe. Hiroko's still safe. The champ is still safe. You love to see it. Might not be safe next week, because are we at 50 next time? No, not quite. We are almost at 50 next time. Ooh. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna make my picks.
Danganronpa.
What's my favorite Mario? Pretty sure saying Mario Party, Super Smash Brothers, or Mario Kart is cheating. But maybe not. What's my favorite Mario platformer? Galaxy? No. Sunshine. Sunshine. I like Galaxy though. Galaxy's fun, but Sunshine. Yeah. First, second, and third though. It's not for the title, so I can pick all willy-nilly. Give me Monica for first. Give me Komaru for second. And give me... You know what? I take it back. Give me Kaito for first, Monica for second, and Komaru for third. I think we're gonna see some Kaito justice. I think it's finally time. I think today's the day. The Jump Man will be the man who jumps to the stars, the luminary of the stars. And we have secret achievements in play. Could they happen? They very well could. They very well could this time, now that I'm thinking about it. But for right now, we have all of our competitors. We know that Chaos is shockingly not raining. I whole way expected Chisa to be here, but instead, we got Fire Flowers, and we got Invincibility stars, and plenty of chaos will unfold. I'm certain of it as we start round one. Are you ready? Are you set? Let's enjoy some spaghetti if you had some, because it's the start of who she's lucky it didn't. She's lucky it didn't rain. It is round one. The tributes are standing at their podiums, the horns they doth sound, so can we please? In the... Oh dang. Next week's the last week of winter, technically. While I contemplate on that, sound the horns! And yeah, leave some spring events. Leave spring events in the comments. I'm probably gonna add those in starting real soon. Probably starting right after this one. As Makoto hums a song to himself, Toko finally snaps. Toko is now frenzied. Hiroko doesn't care much for this place. Armed with her flamethrower, Tsumugi sees the champ, incinerates her to a crisp. Hiroko's gone. Kaito really wants to use his flamethrower with a flick of her magic wand. Maya turns Hifumi into a sheep. You saw it. Hifumi is a sheep. Mahiru is being adorable as always. Monica gestures angrily towards Jack, Genocide Jack, with her magic wand. Genocide Jack only has time to feel her major organs turn into various pastries before she topples over, dead. And Sonia, the sheep wrangler, sheep wrangling Sonia, is like, you know what? I need to win one, and just decides to immediately put Hifumi the sheep out of his misery. Komaru starts sobbing uncontrollably. Maya wants to end things once for all with Masaru. Masaru is not having it, and Maya bites the dust. Pekka waves her magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere, even into the eyes of Tenko, because as she's trying to kill Pekka, her eyes are overcome with the sparkles, and she's like, I can't see! Pekka turns around, gets rid of her, retaliates, kills her instead. Kazuichi hopes he'd have to harm anybody. Mitarai wants this to be over already. Juzo won't give up so easily. Munakata looks like he's on the verge of snapping. Izuyoi looks around for stuff to scrounge. Junko is only looking out for herself. Sakura was lost in her thoughts, and you know what she found? The wish ring. Will she be responsible with it? I can only hope so. Akane sizes her muscles. Freaking Sayaka looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Himiko thinks of a dark poem. It's probably mystical and magical too. The great Gozu and Mahiru have a merciless magic wand duel. This goes on for a while until both of them explode in a splash of green. As Yuta twiddles his thumbs, he's like, man, I really wish this were for the championship. He wants the title back. Chiaki waves her magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere as well. Kurumi finds some leather scraps and is about to be cave made, and Gonta fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. We've seen people confuse the whole game and win this thing though, so that don't mean a thing. We lost 7. 23 remain, slightly less than a standard sized game remaining. And thus, we give a Claire de Lune 4. Hiroko, Genocide Jack, Hifumi, Maya, Tenko, Mahiru, the Great Gozu. 23 left, 13 until the saving grace picks. Do you need them? Do I not? Monica, Kaito didn't die. Shockingly enough, was not the luminary of the losers. And Komaru's still alive too. So yeah, I'm good, shockingly enough. Watch them all perish next round. I hope not. Please, next round. We started off with round 2. Sakura ponders how best to use that wish ring. Akane attacks Juzo from behind and slaughters him. Jeez, look at you, Akane. You know where you are in tag team action, and now you're trying to she's trying to get there for singles. She's trying to do her own thing. Toko looks around for her next victim. Sonya really wants to use that flamethrower. Himiko was looking around. I'm sorry, she wasn't actually looking around. She was not looking anywhere because she fell right off of a cliff. Peko sizes her muscles. Mahiru's gone. Mitsurai wishes he could go home. Komaru does something really cute. Yeah, someone better stop her. Someone better stop her from being so cute. Someone better do it. Munakata gestures angrily towards Kurumi with his magic wand. Kurumi only has time to feel her brain hemispheres try to switch places before she topples over. Death. And Makoto just thinks about what he did to end up here. Izuyoi finding some tactical combat gear, equipping it. Junko doesn't care much for this place. Chiaki finds a dapper suit, puts it on. Samugi tries to kill Izuyoi, but the combat gear diverts the blow. Yuta is looking around for stuff to scrounge. Gonta doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Monica can't wait to kill again. Armed with his flamethrower, Masaru burns the sheep wrangler to a crisp. And with that is the end of her rodeo. The former tag team partners, the blue-haired betrayals, freaking Sayaka and Samugi, joyfully incinerate each other with their flamethrowers. When the fire dies down, there's not much left of them. I won't say it. I won't. Juzo's gone, and Kazuichi has a horrible feeling in his gut. I hope you guys remember last time when I said I wasn't going to say it, and I hope you watched until the very end of last time. If you didn't, you might want to go back. There might be a little surprise at the end of the episode. We lost 6. 6 gone. A Claire de Lune. 4. Juzo. Himiko. Kurumi. Sonya. Samugi. Freaking Sayaka. Do I want to look at the statuses? Yeah, we'll look at the statuses. We're losing a lot per day. We have Chiaki, Yuta, Akane, Toko, Peko, Kaito, Kazuichi, Mitsurai, Komaru, Munakata, Monica, Makoto, Izuyoi, Junko, Masaru, Gonta, Sakura, and that's everyone. Total of 17. It's still anybody's game. How your picks doing? All of mine? Still alive, surprisingly enough. I think today could be my day. Am I pressing my luck? Absolutely. I've learned that I have to embrace the potential jinx to figure out how to cancel the jinx. This is how you do it. Watch, my top 3 will be the top 3. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Let's go to the next round. As alright, in a fit of frenzy, Toko creeps up on Peko and slaughters her. Round 3. That's a good start. That's a good start. Akane finds a suit of medieval armor and puts it on. It gleams with a dazzling shine. That's a good start. That's a good start. This is not a good start. With a flick of his with his magic wand, Yuta turns Kaito into a sheep. That's not a good look. That's not a good start. It's bad for my picks. Monica's looking out only for herself. Munakata tries to kill Akane. Knight's armor diverts the blow. Junko shakes the magic wand. Seems to lose up the last of its magic. The star tip, the invincibility star tip, has grown dull and useless. Junko tosses it aside. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Maybe it's because I said, hey, you know what it is? It's just Mario. We're having a Mario party. No, we're not. It's still time to perish. Kazuichi gently pets Kaito, who is a sheep. Kaito is a sheep and grazes peacefully. Sakura wishes for a really cool shirt. Her wish ring shimmers for a second and her wish materializes right in front of her. That's pretty cool. You got a cool shirt. I got this perfect 10 shirt. I like to see it. You'll love to see it. Maya is writhing with maggots. Komaru wants to use her flamethrower. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have a harmony body. Makoto waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Mitsurai trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Izuyoi practices some strategic moves in his combat gear, and then Masaru decides to put Kaito out of his sheepy misery. Okay, well, one member of my glorious top 3 are gone, but you know, it is what it is. I still have the other 2, and they will be your top 2. Don't forget about it. It's not a prediction. It's a Claire de Lune 4. Peko. Mitsurai. the luminary of the losers, Kaito. Well, there's 14 left. I still got 2 picks in. That means there's a 1 out of 7 chance that one of my picks actually takes the big W, takes the big win. All right, sounds good to me. How are your picks doing? Not nearly as well, of course, because my picks are the best picks of all time. Of course. Let's go to the next round. Let's proceed. Yes, yes, we shall. To the next round. I'm hoping my picks don't perish immediately. It's round 4. Pekko's gone. Munakata looks like he's on the verge of snapping. Monica looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Izuyoi attacks Sakura from behind and eviscerates her. Izuyoi wants some revenge. Akane really doesn't want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Monica. That's another one of my picks gone. You hate to see it. Chiaki twiddles her thumbs. Komaru's being adorable as always. I'm hoping for you. Kazuichi just wants it to end already. Junko tries to kill Masaru, but Masaru retaliates and kills her instead. With a flick of his magic wand, Makoto turns Chiaki into a sheep. Gonta finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. He is big buff bikini Gonta right now. Masaru sizes his muscles. Freaking Sayaka writhes with maggots, you love to see it. Himiko is writhing with maggots, you hate to see it. Toko looks for her next victim, and Yuta spots something shiny in the distance. And speaking of shiny, it looks like it's almost time for you to make some shiny new picks. Because there's only 11 left. 11 folk, which means there's one more until you're saving grace picks. But until then, we do have to give a Claire de Lune for Sakura, Monica, Junko. The squad's out. The squad's out, Junko. Jack got out super early. But we still have 11 left. Munakata, Izuyoi, Akane, Chiaki, Komaru, Kazuichi, Masaru, Makoto, Gonta, Yuta, and Toko. 11. The final 11. Will one of them win? One of them has to. Well, one of them doesn't have to. Let me be clear. One of them does not have to win. But we will proceed to see which one may perhaps win. Are you ready? Let's see. We only need to lose one. We'll definitely lose one. Oh, we're losing more than one. Munakata's frenzied, first of all. He snaps. He's like, round 5, it's time for me to go haywire. Kazuichi tries to get others to notice him. Akane wants to end things once for all with Gonta. Gonta unfortunately bites the dust, leaving him right outside of the top 10. 10th place we have Masaru. 9th place we have Makoto having a merciless magic wand duel. This goes on for a while until both of them explode in a splash of green. Yuta really wants to use his flamethrower though. In a fit of frenzy, Toko creeps upon Izuyoi and snaps his neck. I feel bad for the boy. Makoto's gone. Samugi is gone. Chiaki looks away. She's a sheep. A sad look is in her eyes, and Komaru waves her magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. We are at your final 7. Which means if you need some picks, you will need them soon. Maybe even as soon as after this Claire de Lune. 4. Gonta, Makoto, Masaru, Izuyoi. So in my heart of hearts, I was rooting for Masaru and Izuyoi because, you know, they need some wins, they need some big wins, but, you know, not today. Maybe some other time, but not today. You guys, there's 7 left. 7 folk. And I know what you want to hear. You need to hear the music. You want to know, I need to make some new picks. My picks weren't that great. I said that they would be the top 3, and then some of them perished. I know that feel. It's the feel that I had. So how about we do this together? You, me? We make some, we make a couple of, oh yes! Saving grace picks. We have 7 folk, and they are Kazuichi. They are Akane. They are Munakata. They are Yuta. They are Komaru. They are Toko. And they are Chiaki. So you know what you gotta do. Make your picks known in the comments. Liking your own comment, and once you do that, go into your comment, edit your comment, comment on your comment, do whatever you gotta do, but make sure that you don't spoil anything as you make your saving grace picks known. I'm gonna make mine. You know you gotta do it. I'm gonna do it too. let's think about this. Munakata is already there, so he could be a fan vote, and so could Yuta. We also have the other 5 who are here: Chiaki, Komaru, Toko, Chiaki, Komaru, Toko, Kazuichi, and Akane are the other 5, yes. Whew. This is an interesting final 7. Give me Kazuichi for the win. Why not? It's been a hot minute. In fact, I think the only time he's won himself is when he won the title. Way back when, almost a calendar year ago. Yeah? Yeah. Wow. Alright, I got the ultimate pimp. I got him pimping out. Give me Yuta for second. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be the pimp versus Yuta. I think it's going to be former tag team partner of Mew versus husband of Mew, who she's been fooling. She's been doing some fooling if you saw last episode. Give me Yuta for second, and then give me Chiaki the Sheep for third. I like that. Do you like that? I like that. But until we get confirmation on who wins, you know who's left. Kazuichi, Akane, Yuta, Toko, Chiaki, Komaru. Munakata, Kazuichi, Akane, Yuta, Toko, Chiaki, Komaru. Who did I forget the first time? Because that's definitely 7, and I know those 7 are just standing there waiting around for me to click the music of Samurai Woman. They have their hands on their chest, like I feel the change in pulse. It's the same rate of a Samurai Woman, but he needs to play this. I'ma play it. Calm yourself. Take a deep breath in. Oh yes, and then Samurai Woman out. Oh yes, that's how you do it. It's the final 7. Probably won't have Samurai Woman for too long. Will we have it for even a round? Oh my goodness gracious, we probably will not. We will not, actually. As round 6 begins, Chiaki is a sheep and bows softly. Toko looks for her next victim in a fit of frenzy. Munakata creeps up on Yuta and turns him inside out. Akane gestures angrily towards Komaru with her magic wand. Komaru only has time to feel her body temperature rapidly rise before she topples over, dead. I wonder how hot Komaru got. As Kazuichi is just like, please, nobody harm me. Don't do this, please, please. Just let me have this one. He could have this one. But I know which 2 will not have this one. The cutest knight and the 2-time champ. It is indeed a terrible turnabout for Yuta. Komaru. It's Chiaki the sheep. The sheep, first of all, she is the sheep lord Chiaki. We had the holy trinity of the sheep in this game. We had the sheep lord, we had the sheep wrangler, and we had the sheep shifter Monica. Never forget. They were a tag team. They could have done some more work. They could have done some more work together, but they were like, we gotta go our own places. We gotta go our own ways. And today they were all here. Could Chiaki win as a sheep? She knows sheep better than most. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final 5. And you know what that means. I don't even have to tell you anymore. You know it's Chiaki, you know it's Toko, you know it's Munakata, you know it's Akane, you know it's Kazuichi, all caught in the final 5, which is what we like to call a crisis of fate. Who do you got? I don't know who you've got. I know who I have. It's still Kazuichi. Can he get it? He might get it, because another round passes, and at this round 7, Akane stands proudly in her knight's armor, knowing that she is going on to the tag team finale. She's trying to make sure that she gets to the singles 1-2. Hiroko decays peacefully. Kazuichi thinks of what he did to end up here. Chiaki is a sheep, glances away, a sad look in her eyes. Toko looks for her next victim, and in a fit of frenzy, Munakata creeps up on Akane and turns her inside out, ladies and gentlemen. 4 remain. And unfortunately, Akane could not get herself onto the singles bracket. But she does indeed get a terrible turnabout. 4. Akane. And so we're in a strange place right now. We have Kazuichi, who's just pimping out, thinking about what he just did up here. Chiaki, who's just been a sheep, kind of sad, but she's a sheep lord, so don't count her out. Especially for a sheep victory, she'd be the one. She's turned plenty of people into sheeps. Turned plenty of people into sheeps to get championships. We have Toko. And we have Munakata. So we have two people who could pop out in a frenzy. In fact, Munakata's still in a frenzy. We have Kazuichi and we have Chiaki. These four still caught in a crisis. A fate. Who will come out on top? I'm not entirely certain. I'm not sure. But we'll go on to the next round. Well, there are things you just don't love to see, and one of them is Kazuichi eating something that he really just shouldn't have. It's okay, Kazuichi. Chiaki's a sheep and doesn't do much, and Munakata's looking for his next victim, and Toko is looking around maniacally seething. We have two potentially frenzied folk, and Chiaki the sheep. She's gonna have to do some toughing out unless they both have heart attacks and she just wins by being a sheep, which is very possible now that I'm thinking about it. But as we think about it, we have to give a very terrible turnabout for Kazuichi. The ultimate pimp. He almost got it. A shame. But we can't dilly-dally on that. As we've said, we have some frenzied folk, Munakata for the fan vote, Toko, who I think is already frenzied, maybe we can check, and Chiaki was a sheep. Where is she? Toko, she's here. Unstable, sociopath, she is frenzied. She's frenzied, Munakata's frenzied. They could all perish this next round of none of their own doing. And so, we're gonna cut that, and it's still a crisis of fate, technically. Are you ready? Let's go on. Let's click next round. Let's proceed. Oh, goodness gracious. Chiaki might win as a sheep. It is round 9. Chiaki's a sheep, glances away, a sad look in her eyes. Yuta's lifeless body is decaying silently. Toko eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Munakata looks around maniacally seething, and Samugi's dead husk is desiccating peacefully. We lost 1. And now we have an interesting, very interesting thing on our hands. Very interesting, in fact. Yes, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Huh. Okay. After this, terrible turnabout for Toko. And we have Chiaki, who's been a sheep for ages. And we have Munakata, who's been looking around maniacally seething. One of them will come on top, but I have to ask you guys. Just who? Just who? Just who? Just breathe it in and then breathe it out. Who will it be? Will it be Chiaki? Well, first of all, now that we're stepping back and looking at where we are, wouldn't it be pretty dang fitting for Chiaki to make the bracket on this game? Wouldn't it be? The Mario game, the gamer wins, that just feels right. Or could it be Munakata? Could he be our jump man? He's maniacal, he's seething, he's frenzied. But I think it's time that we get things going. It is Chiaki or Munakata for the fan vote. Chiaki there or Munakata there for the fan vote. Chiaki, Munakata. The Sheep Lord. The crazed Hope Boy will click next round and we will see. Chiaki is a sheep and doesn't do much. Tenko's gone, and Munakata kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. I'm very shocked, and I don't know if you guys know why I'm shocked yet, but you'll know in like 3, 2, 1. Do you know who got it? And won the game? So you guys get a fan vote anyway. Chiaki, who survived 5 rounds as a sheep. And I think she needed to get to round 10, because she got turned into a sheep at the end of round 4, so she would have had to survive round 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So she had it already, but I was like, you know what, let's just see what happens. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. She survived 5 rounds as a sheep. She survived technically 6 rounds as a sheep, and not only that, she won the game, and we could probably keep up the bracket, but we're not gonna do that. Bring it back down, because we do have to give a terrible turnabout for Munakata. And every so often we do have one of these games where someone hits an achievement and also wins the game. And today, it's Chiaki. But more formally, I believe we have to say, your winner. Standing tall on Mario, the ultimate gamer. It may be truly fitting, but it's even more fitting as the Sheep Lord. The pacifist Sheep Lord wins as the pacifist sheep. Ladies and gentlemen, Chiaki takes the win. We should have, this should have been an easy guess. We were playing Mario themed. We had fire flowers. We had invincibility stars. I'm sure many of you should have. If you didn't pick Chiaki, you and I were both fooled. We were foolish fools. We were. What I didn't expect is for her to, as I cross this off of this list, survive 5 rounds as a sheep. Didn't expect for her to win the game, and didn't expect for her to win the game as a sheep, and didn't expect for her to win the game as a sheep as a pacifist. That, my friends, is RNG. Master with 5 KOs, Akane with 4, Murakata with 3, Toko with 2, Samugi with 2, Monica, Sonia, Mahiru, Peko, Sayaka, freaking Sayaka, Makoto, Izuyoi, and the great Gozu all had 1. Everyone else had none, including the champ. Not the champ, I'm sorry, the former champ, Chiaki, today's winner. Now we can bring up the full bracket. And Chiaki, clocking in twice. She's working overtime today. She could get her title back. She's the first person to win the title via chaos reigning, which is honestly kind of topsy-turvy. It's like chaos reign and a very calm, very hopeful, very good girl won. I guess you love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Chiaki's heading to the finale, but also earning you guys the second fan vote of this bracket. Good job. I'm very pleased, and it just fits. It's the Mario episode. We should have known that the Ultimate Gamer would have won the Mario episode. I don't know what we were thinking. Munakata got second, which was, so in round 9 I was like, okay, well now I know that you guys definitely get a fan vote, but some of you don't know, so I'm gonna play it off a little longer. It was nuts. It was awesome. I actually really enjoyed that. And I think if you go back, you can see the moment I realized, and I'm like, this is very interesting. That is what I was talking about. I was like, well, that is that. And congratulations to Chiaki. She did it. Not often we have a sheep winner. At all. Oh. Chiaki's been a sheep winner. Hajime's been a sheep winner. It just fits. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was kind of fun. This was just neat. This was neat RNG, to say the least. Next week. Next week is what? The bracket is filling out too. And we're running out of secret achievements. Surprisingly enough. I really still expect... I expect at least 2 of them to... I expect at least 3 of them to hit. You guys might steal fan votes from 2 of them. That one could hit too. You guys might only steal like 1 or 2 fan votes from the secret achievements. But it's RNG, so you might steal a bunch. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the United States Aviator. Year of the Ascent, Toon Link Date. I'm taking off. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent, I've already said. Anything else? Daylight Savings Time, Sunday. OC is next Sunday, the second OC episode. What is next week? Nothing special. Ooh, April. Did we get an April Fool's? I think we get an April Fool. Did we get an episode on April Fool's? We do. I'll do something. I already have plans for that. Y'all will get a kick out of that. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.